Welcome back to Andersen Acres. Today we're talking about one of the most engaging and surprisingly rewarding ways to show your miniature horse, the performance class halter obstacle. Whether you're brand new to showing or just looking for ways to build a better partnership with your horse, this event might just become your favorite part of the show ring. So let's dive in. One of the greatest things about miniature horses is how versatile they are. Unlike some horse breeds that have become super specialized and compete in completely separate divisions for different disciplines, miniature horses truly can do it all. It's not uncommon to see the same mini compete in halter, driving, obstacle, liberty, and more. Who doesn't love liberty? I love liberty. Shadowfax likes liberty. And it's all in the same weekend. You can do all of that all in the same weekend, and it's wonderful. That means if you've got one well-trained miniature horse, you've got a ticket into multiple classes, and you can have many times the fun. Halter Obstacle is a great starting point, not just because it's accessible, but because it strengthens the foundation of your working relationship with your horse. Who is there? Shadowfax is there. He's doing well. He's doing fine. So what exactly is the Halter Obstacle class? It's an in-hand trail class. You're on the ground leading your horse through a series. Well, it's more accurately with this hand, but it doesn't matter. But you're on the ground leading your horse through a series of obstacles. Think bridges and pulls, backing maneuvers and side passing and small jumps and a whole lot more. Each course is unique. It might sound a bit like horse agility or even groundwork exercises, and that's because it kind of is. The goal is to show your horse can calmly, confidently, and correctly respond to your cues in a variety of challenging situations. Even if you never plan to compete, working on halter obstacle builds communication and trust, and it helps you guide your mini safely and cooperatively through real life situations. This is actually a practical skill. Please don't ask why there's so many ducks behind me. We're getting out of hand with the ducks. Don't worry about the ducks. Thank you. Don't worry about the ducks. There go way too many ducks. Don't worry about it. So before your horse ever steps into the ring, they need a solid foundation of showmanship skills. Walking, trotting, stopping, and standing quietly at your side. Once they've got that down, it's time to layer on obstacle training. This can include things like walking over a bridge, a tarp, having ground poles set up for them to step over. Ground poles are great. They help improve dexterity. You might practice backing through a narrow chute. You might try side passing on both the left and the right. Both sides are going to be important. You want to do haunch and forward turns. Practice ground tie or pause on cue. Please don't ask why there's a weird duck. Whatever, it's fine. We're not going to worry about it. You might also practice small jumps and unusual surfaces so that they are ready for anything, because they need to be ready for anything if you're going to compete in halter obstacle. Each skill should be taught step by step. Don't just expect your mini to know how to do all these challenges, all these different obstacles. You're going to have to teach them. Layer the training one step at a time. Each skill, not all of them at once. Don't rush. There's no need to rush. Praise every bit of progress and don't skip over the basics. Those are what set you up for success in the more complex patterns. So be calm, be persistent, and give your horse a break when he needs it. Miniature horses are small, and that sometimes tricks people into being a little too forceful because you can manhandle them. You should not. And manhandling is a really fast way to lose your horse's trust. No matter how small your horse is, you should never shove or drag or chase them through obstacles. You need to work as a team, okay? Not get carried away and try to manhandle them through the obstacles. That doesn't help anybody. If your mini isn't responding, that's a cue to slow down and to kind of figure out what they're not understanding. Not to get louder or more physical. They might just not be ready for that obstacle yet. They might just not understand what you're trying to get them to do. Use your training time to become a team. The more your horse can anticipate your cues calmly and confidently, the smoother your obstacle performance will be. And you stay calm. If you stay calm, your mini is more likely to stay calm. You are setting the tone. Okay? There goes a duck. Please don't ask about the duck. Don't ask. So, presentation still matters in halter obstacle a lot. While it's not quite as formal as a halter class, you should still look polished and prepared. Okay? You still need to look half decent. A rail shirt or neat Western style shirt is typical, but comfort matters too. You'll need to move easily with your horse through the course. As for your mini, clean, well-fitted halter is a must. Show halters with silver are common, but even a plain leather or nylon halter is fine as long as it fits well, is in good condition, and allows for clear communication. Remember, it's your performance that's going to matter more than the halter itself. So make sure you can communicate well through that halter with your mini. So how does a typical halter obstacle class work? Okay. The pattern is posted at least an hour before the class begins, allowing you to actually look and see what that pattern is, so you're not doing it blind. You'll usually get a walkthrough with the judge and course designer. Pay attention. This is your only chance to ask questions. How do you want us to approach this one? What do you ask the questions you need to ask, because this is going to be your only opportunity. Okay? This is it. So use the walkthrough as a chance to ask the questions that are burning in the back of your mind. At local shows, the order of go might be informal. Whoever's ready first goes first. At larger shows or even championships, typically you are going to have an order that is printed in the program or posted near the ring. Pay attention to where you are in that order. Okay, you miss your chance, you probably don't get to go. When the judges are ready, you'll hear a whistle signaling that it's your turn. If you go off pattern, you'll hear another whistle, and that's disqualification. You don't want to hear that second whistle. You want the it's go time whistle, not the you're out whistle. Okay? Make sure you know your course and understand each obstacle ahead of time. That's why it was important to ask questions while you were doing the walkthrough. Okay? Ask questions. If you go off pattern, you will get disqualified. And it makes sense. I mean, there's no point. Almost everyone is going to be on pattern. So for the handful of people that are off pattern, yeah, they're disqualified pretty quick. Make sure you're not one of them. If you're struggling at an obstacle, the judge might ask you to move on. That doesn't mean you're out. It just means that your time at that particular obstacle has elapsed. Okay? You have to move on to the next one. Keep your cool, stay collected, move on to the next element. This class is just as much about grace under pressure as it is about perfect execution. Because perfect execution is rare. Everyone makes mistakes. The real question is, how do you recover? Okay? That's what they'll be looking for. Treat the course like a showmanship pattern. You're not just surviving the obstacles. You're presenting a crisp and polished and flowing routine. Okay? Show off what you and your horse can do together. Make smooth transitions between your obstacles. Maintain rhythm and calmness. Don't get flustered. Communicate clearly with soft, confident cues if you're using verbal cues. Not everyone uses, hi Arwen. Not everyone uses verbal cues. Okay? A lot of people use purely hand signals, or they only communicate through the halter, and that's okay. But if you are using verbal cues, you need to come across as calm and collected. And you want to smile, because your confidence matters. And if you smile, you'll relax a little bit. Your horse will relax, and things are just going to go better. Ultimately, you want to highlight the time and training you've invested, not just in getting over a pole or around a cone, but in building a real partnership. Hi! Hi, sweetie. Not with goats. This isn't about showing a goat. I'll cover showing goats. But not today. This is about Shalvax. And ponies. And you're not a pony. She is a sweetie, though. She's not a pony. But she is a sweetie. So, make sure you're showcasing the partnership you have with your mini. Okay? It's not all about the course. It's about the relationship between the two of you. That is about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. Drop a comment below if you've ever competed in halter obstacle, or if you're thinking about giving it a try with your miniature horse. I'd love to hear your training stories, your successes, and even your failures. We learn more in failure than in success. We'll see you tomorrow.